Chris Watts, the man who murdered his pregnant wife Shanann and their 2 daughters, shocked America with his chilling lies and twisted calmness. But what happened inside the courtroom revealed a side of him no one was prepared for. This is Whispers of Crime, Motive and Murder, where we bring you the darkest true crime cases in gripping detail. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next chapter of this unbelievable story. By late November 2018, just months after the murders, Chris Watts had already become one of the most infamous names in true crime. But even after his confession and sentencing, new information was still surfacing, painting a darker and more disturbing picture of what really happened. Authorities released more than 2,000 pages of discovery documents, hours of interviews, and police recordings connected to the case. These files revealed chilling new details about Chris, his state of mind, and his relationship with his mistress, Nicole Kessinger. Nicole had told investigators that she believed Chris was finalizing a divorce and that he was a family man stuck in an unhappy marriage. But the data pulled from her phone told a more complicated story. She had spent hours searching the internet for Amber Fry, the mistress of Scott Peterson, another convicted family murderer. She also looked up wedding dresses and even researched the net worth of Chris Watts and Shanann. The documents also confirmed something the public suspected, that Chris and Nicole had been intimate right up until murders, with their phone calls and texts continuing daily. One of her final texts before the killings was asking Chris if he was okay with the situation. Investigators couldn't help but wonder if she suspected what he was planning. Meanwhile, Chris himself was writing letters from prison. In one, he revealed that he'd been planning the murders for weeks. This contradicted his earlier claim that it was a sudden act of rage. In his letters, he admitted he had slipped the painkiller oxycodone to Shanann while she was pregnant, hoping to cause her to miscarry. It was clear now, Chris's actions weren't spontaneous. They were calculated. Another disturbing revelation came from neighbor surveillance and police body cam footage. Chris's nervous behavior on the day Shanann was reported missing stood out even more now. He was pacing, fidgeting, unable to look anyone in the eye. His neighbor later told investigators that Chris's truck had been backed into the driveway at 5 a.m., something he never did before. As all of this became public, Shanann's family continued to struggle with unimaginable grief. Shanann's mother, Sandra Zusek, said that she believed Chris had been possessed by evil and that her daughter had felt something was wrong before the murders. Shanann had even confided in friends that Chris was acting cold and distant, but no one could have imagined how far it would go. By the end of part 9 in this story, the picture was clear. This wasn't a man who simply snapped. Chris Watts had been plotting, lying, and calculating every step, while pretending to the world that he was a loving husband and father. But the biggest shock would come later, when Chris agreed to sit down for a full prison interview in 2019 and revealed even more chilling details about the night of the murders.